Okay. All right. So the underlying energy is the Ace of Swords, a new perspective, a new idea, a new way of thinking, new way of communicating. And this is about traditions, things that you're used to, structures, belief systems, boundaries. Like I said, structure. Like I said, traditions. And you would think that traditions would be your card, but that's more of Taurus, because because Taurus is more grounded in the sense of, loyalty, in the sense, loyal to what they believe, loyal to old ways of doing stuff, loyal to, the patterns and the routines of things. And of course, you guys have that aspect about yourselves too, but you guys are more of a representation. You guys are more of a representation of power than anything. Now, let's take a look, see at what's going on in the heart of your reading here, because with this Ace of Swords, it talks about a new perspective, a new idea, victory through the truth as well. And it's your truth that you're getting victory through. So with the Hangman in the heart of the reading, there's some stagnancy. Nothing is really moving forward. There's things that are not taking any action, any progress. Nothing's moving. Like, this is just stagnancy left in limbo. The reason why is because there isn't a decision that is made here. Something's being kept the balance of, but other than that, there's a need to make some sort of big decision. Okay, a decision in which that would probably require you to look at the situation or to face your fears of a situation. Like I said before, that Devil card came up. That was talking about being in a situation where you felt disempowered, where you didn't feel like you had the most control. And I feel like this is exactly the opposite of that, looking at the situation and realizing that you do have control. It just may feel like, it feels really intense around you. There may be some things that make you feel like you can't do a certain thing, but you actually can. And nobody can tell Capricorn what to do. So that situation now in itself is very interesting. So I feel like you guys are not making a decision because you're trying to keep the balance of something, but it's a hard decision nonetheless. It's hard, it's difficult. But I still feel like for some of you guys, it's about completely actually executing that decision, because I feel like you would know what to do the second you see what's going on. But it's the kind of it's not there, it's not happening. It's it'll kind of dissolve itself, sort of energy, when it's things have stopped moving because of that. Opening the blinds here a little bit so we can get some more light. So with that being said, I feel like obviously it has a lot to do with this relationship here, or this connection that you have with the person, the Two of Cups in your past. Okay, it does have. I feel like it has something to do with a relationship, someone that you feel very close to, someone that you feel has the same feelings for you. Two of Cups usually has the same feelings as you do. So however you feel, the person feels the same. So if you love them, they love you. If you hate them, they hate you. Same difference, But either way, this soulmate connection, or this connection that you have here with this person, not like the lover's connection, because it's not as strong. It still feels like, I feel like this whole stagnant situation has definitely started from someone that you've met. Now, you may have the moon come up here because you're just not sure where to go from here. You're not really sure of how things are looking. Right now, it's kind of like a touch base kind of situation. You're going off base of how you feel. But the situation is this, like, you're kind of holding back from making any decisions or doing anything exactly with this moon energy because, one, you can't see, and two, I feel like there's a difficult situation, or maybe there's something about, there's nothing that, I don't think there's really anything scary. To be honest with you, you got cards of clarity that come up here. Well, a card of clarity that comes up here. The thing is that, here's the thing. The Hangman energy, there's no progress to be made, because I feel like when it comes to love, you don't necessarily have an idea or a guarantee of where that leads, but your heart is saying, follow the moon, go forward with this, okay? Trust yourself, because at this moment right now, it does feel like you may not have a lot of control over your feelings. Nine times out of 10, you kind of don't. But the situation is this, right? I feel like with this relationship, it started and it's blossoming, and it's getting more and more intense. And that is scary, because emotions do kind of bring out something in us that's vulnerable. That makes us feel like more susceptible to being hurt by people. And that territory is unfamiliar, which would make sense why the moon would come up. And this relationship is introducing you to a world of vulnerability, to a facing of your fears, to looking at the darkness. Now, it's very similar to Scorpio's reading because they had embraced the dark as one of their messenger oracle cards. But I feel like for you guys, this is talking about walking into a territory that's very unfamiliar, that's very uncomfortable in a sense, because this is about, this is love. This is based off of pure emotion and trying to make a logical decision about this other than just going for it and seeing where things go. That's kind of scary. So I feel like with this moon energy, you do have something here with this person, but it's like, do you walk down that path of unfamiliarity just to see where this goes? Do you take a leap of faith? Do you just go ahead and just go after it? And I feel like this is kind of the lover situation here with the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords, because you don't choose who you love, you just love. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not the choice, it's the execution of it. Executing the fact that you do actually feel for something, feel for this person, or you have a connection with this person. Like I said, maybe not as strong as the lovers, but you feel something, and it's the moon territory. It's scary. It's facing your fears. You don't know where that's going to lead. It's risky business for sure. And you don't have any clue where that's going to go. You don't know how it's going to turn out. And it's at the same time, it's so intense that you may be shutting out your intuition at the same time, because it's just that uncomfortable to even think about going through. But you're going through the energy regardless. You're in the dark at the same time. No movement is happening. So you're in a state of limbo for real. And I feel like the only way you get through it, obviously, is by trusting your intuition, listening to your heart, follow your instincts, but go after it, but also honor your emotions and go through the energy. It's the only way you end up going out of this moon energy, when you have the only light is the moon, but you also have another light here, which is your truth, what you believe in, what your standards are, what your boundaries are. We just talked about the devil, right? And you represent boundaries, structure, and well, not necessarily structure, because it's more the Hierophant, but this is about commitment too. You have death here. Is it death? Is that? Yeah, no, it's the Page of Cups. Nice. Like you have some sort of commitment, or no, you have some sort of conversation about emotions here. And I feel like, this is about committing to something, committing to this relationship, if not committing to a relationship, then committing to at least giving someone a shot. See where it can go, because perhaps you may have had some situations where it was not exactly ideal, but you have a new opportunity, or you have an opportunity now to handle something differently, or do something that you may have not been so comfortable with dealing with before, stepping into intense territory. Your future, though, moving on, you have the World coming out. So the World is talking about successful completion, leaving behind one phase and beginning something new. So you go from moon to to the World. That's awesome, because this means that you the only way you get to this is by going ahead and just say, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. Ace of Swords energy, right? Because you're clear on your truth. You know what you stand for. You know your belief system. You know your new, it's committing not to the relationship, but to yourself, who you are, that's new. That's not obviously of those old traditions, because it's not going to work for you anymore. The Hierophant usually comes up saying like, yeah, you're facing old traditions, old routines, old ways of believing, old guidance systems, old belief systems that now are subjected to change. Because what is the Hierophant? He's the 5th card of the tarot, and 5s are what? Change cards. 5s are change numbers. They're always changing. Change. So it's crazy that you have something traditionals, something that represents tradition, something that represents organizations, policies, government, things that have of structure, on a card, on a number, right? With a number that represents change. So there's something that you're changing about your belief system. I feel like that's changed already. But it's accepting that as truth now, because right now there's no accepting it as truth. It's not, it's not rejecting it, but it's like, wait, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Now, the reason why I definitely say that is because the 5 of Cups is coming up, and it's your goal and ambition. Now, your goal and ambition is representing to me that you have, there are some things that you may have lost in the past. And obviously, your goal is to overcome what you may have lost in the past to create something new with the thing that you have now, which is this 2 of Cups. You are very much aware of this 2 of Cups energy, and you want to make something out of it. You want to make something wonderful out of the cups that you have left. But it starts from, going ahead and making the step, you know, taking that step. Right now, there's no steps being taken. There's no action being taken at all. And you have the Page of Swords here, which indicates to me that there was some sort of communication here, but it's just probably very intense communication, very clear truth. Somebody was open. Now, at the same time, there's somebody that could have been spying. You could be spying on somebody, because this is the moon and the Page of Swords. There could be some spying, some sort of information gathering things. But there's still no action being taken. There's still nothing being said. And I feel like it's just about just shifting your focus from what you can do with what you still have versus not having it at all. And I feel like you will regain these 3 cups here because you have this in the outcome. The cups that you lost, you may regain that, reconnecting with this individual. Perhaps you know there's someone around you that you're not with at this moment, because you have the Page of Swords in the moon. You may be in the dark at the moment, or maybe you guys are taking a step back. Look, you know who this soulmate is. You know who this person is. You're not interacting with them now, because you may feel like, you know, what's been gone is gone. But then at the same time, you know that this relationship is still there. You know that whatever happened in the past happened in the past. Because, like, why am I talking about the past? 5 of Cups. This cup's done. The cups are done here already. You know, we're not watching them fall. This is not in the process of them falling. This has happened already. Dwelling on the past is, I feel like, that's what this moon is all about. Because there's no clear representation of what the present has to offer, because there's always looking at what has been done already and what can't be fixed. But if you shift your focus on what you can have, which is the Devil card anyway, right? Focusing on where you have power, focusing on where you can control, and not focusing on the things that you can't, right? Not focusing on the things that, you know, that may be out of your control. You will be able to have these 3 cups back. You may be able to reunite with this person, or maybe, you know, connect with people, or connect with someone, or connect with this person again. Because you do have the cups here that you've lost in your outcome. So it's all about recognizing your truth, recognizing your power, recognizing your, you know, that you do actually have, you know, things you can do. But the Hangman energy is stopping you for a reason, because you're not seeing that right now. Somebody ain't seeing it. Somebody's still cloaking in the dark, spying on somebody, or looking at somebody from afar, gaining some sort of information through dark means, instead of, you know, just taking the blindfold off and just going after it themselves and being open and honest. Some of you guys may be actually doing that, you know, going through the darkness energy, you know, going through darkness energy and just, you know, being ready to express. But I don't think that's the case, because the 2 of Swords is coming up. 2 of Swords is not doing anything either. It's just like waiting for the swords to end up giving out, you know, giving out on your wrists. Now, what's interesting that you guys just got is a special love. Now, my nose is clogging up and I don't know why. But it says, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. You know your truth. That's what it means. You know how you feel about this person. You know what you want. The Page of Cups said so. As we were going further down past the Hierophant energy here, you have the Page of Cups. It is about committing to that, and I feel you have, and it's just walking the talk now. And I feel like the situation is this: even though you don't know how it's going to turn out, doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Because this is still a piece of you that deserves to be heard, deserves to be seen. It's almost like this Page of Swords is being suppressed by the moon. Somebody's keeping their true feelings, their true thoughts, their true, you know, their truth in the dark, because they don't necessarily feel like the world is ready, or they don't know that they are even ready. Because the two of Swords, this person's holding on because they don't know if they're ready. Wow, let 2 become 1. That is crazy. Oh my God. And this is talking about allowing yourself to be meant, you know, to meld together with your person. You know who this person is. And it's just allowing that person, allowing that connection that you guys have to be one. It's also asking you to consider your other partner. Consider your partner's feelings. Consider how they feel. As you can, you know, as you mend together. Let me go ahead and read your affirmation for that, because I like this card a lot. Share yourself with the one that you love. Be their best friend and let them be yours. Let your trust in each other be unshakable, and your love be strengthened by knowing and accepting each other's flaws and weaknesses, and still loving each other despite them. Give yourself completely. Trust that you will not lose your independence or sense of self, but instead become 2 halves of a stronger, loving whole. Oh my goodness. Woo, Capricorns, what a strong ass reading here. Like, oh my God, let yourself be one. Let two become one. And that's exactly what I was saying. Finding your power in a situation that doesn't feel like you have the ability to be separate or be individual, to necessarily to finding power in a situation that doesn't feel like you have a lot of options or have a lot of power in it at all. The devil comes up for a reason. Now, the devil could have indicated a karmic connection that you have with this person. And if you feel like you can't be you in a relationship, then you're looking at a relationship all wrong. Because a relationship is not to completely remove who you are out of it. It's not to control you or to keep you bound. Right? It's about, it's love is the lovers. It's freedom. It's freedom. It's the connection. It's space. It's everything. Right? It's love. It's light. It's open. It's not clustered. It's not closed together. It's not trappening. But you do connect together to become one. But in your own individual ways, you make each other whole. It's beautiful. But you know who this person is, obviously, because you met them already. And it's about coming out and expressing who you are and being connected with this person again. Because whatever you were waiting on is keeping everything at bay, keeping everything stagnant. And I feel like connecting with this person is just going to make this, it's just going to get everything, it's just going to be better for everybody, especially you. Okay? You haven't lost everything, Capricorns. So take what's yours.